Okay, today is Saturday, March 19th, and Hero just came up and a big crow was by his ball. I should have had it recording, and he left. Now, yesterday, I made a big mistake of whistling to him, trying to get his attention as I sat on the porch. And some dear friends of ours said, hey, maybe he was, since we knew that he was a abused animal and left in the woods, maybe the breeder had whistled a lot, and maybe that was a bad sign. So I think that was great advice. And again, this is a joint effort. So if anybody has ideas, so yesterday I was talking to him, calling him. As soon as I made a whistle, he looked like a deer the way he hightailed it. Now today I was sitting on the porch over half an hour ago, and he came up. So it was maybe almost an hour ago, and I put his food out, and he came up. He took one look at me on the porch and then took off again. I didn't think I was moving or doing anything, but he's sure going to watch the porch today. He took off and he was gone for about a half an hour. I could go up in another room. I could see him way in the back, about 200 feet away, maybe up to 100 yards away, standing on the crest of a hill, watching. Then I did notice another thing, that today is Saturday, and some people around here were shooting rifles off. And every time it popped, I could see him jump a little bit. So it could have been that he came up and he heard the gunshots going off again. Last time there were gunshots on a weekend, it took him about 45, 50 minutes to come. He started coming, he heard the gunshots, he came back at dark. So I'm kind of learning some things, and one of the things I'm learning is what not to do. So I don't think I'm going to whistle anymore. Maybe I'll try to call him. So now I went back upstairs and got up onto the porch, and got up onto the second story to look down and watch him. I didn't think he was going to come back, that he saw me on the porch, and I can see some of the crows are flying around like crazy. I think they're trying to circle his food bowl. So last night he never did come back after that whistle. I went out there and looked, and there was about 5 or 6 nuggets. This morning, the same ones were in the bowl, and they were soaking wet, floating in water because it rained all night. You can see things are starting to green up a little bit around here. I can see there's a lot of some kind of a type of a wild onion grows there. On the other side of the house, they're already in bloom. It's like a whole, maybe about 40 feet long of little flowers, all in the weeds, I should say. We can see the first signs of it greening. I can't even call it grass. I should call it weeds. And for those who don't know, this house was abandoned for about 14 or 15 years, and everything was overgrown. So we're working as a project to restore an old Victorian. It's about 150, 60 years old. And that's where we came across our friend living in this field back here, up in the kind of a little bit of a woods and field. And he's been here ever since. So we've been in 2 years now. And during the restoration, it's easy, and being retired, to try to take care of this guy. We are going to make friends if it kills us. And my sister suggested that I put a couple treats outside his bowl, a couple little pieces of nuggets of food or meat, so it leads him a little closer to the house, and maybe we could get him eating a little closer to the home. But right now he's kind of comfortable. It's over a month and a half. I've only moved his bowl from that large tree there. It was even with it. Now I moved it up to here. I try to make very slow changes. So he doesn't look like he's running today. He's not frightened of anything today because I'm not out there. No one's outside. That's what he's been doing lately. He's been kind of marking his territory closer and closer to the ball. And on days that we kind of frightened him or out there, he just took off. So that's it for today, a Saturday, March the 19th. And we'll try it tomorrow and see what happens.